Virgo, welcome back. We're looking at the blocks in a love connection. Some of you that this message will resonate with, you're not dealing with anyone, and this is just related to you, different blocks that you're working through. And for some of you, you are in a relationship and you're really trying to do whatever you think is necessary to make this relationship work out, okay? So I have a placement out here for the connection. If you are in a connection, there is a placement out here for what is blocking you, what's getting in the way, and also for the person that you're dealing with. For those of you who are dealing with someone, that leads me to another point that I want to make. My lovely Virgo, this is a super general reading. It cannot and will not resonate with every single person. You will know if this message resonates with you. Do not try to force or make it fit. You will know if it's for you, okay? And thank you for popping in. Thank you for saying what's up, okay? Now, there are some challenges in this connection. There definitely are some blocks. And if you know that you are in a happy, loving, harmonious relationship and everything is all good, this is likely not your reading. And I don't want to put anything in your mind about your connection. If your intuition, your discernment, you know that you are good. This is not your reading, okay? All right. So for this placement out here, the block in the connection, for those of you who are dealing with someone right now, it's related to work. And I confirm this energy with the moon and moving forward. It's like it's unclear about the work that's needed to be put forth. It's unknown, the work that's needed to be put forth in this connection, for this connection to be able to progress and move along, okay? I could be talking to a couple, for those of you who are in a relationship where you've been together for a little while. This does not give me vibes of a new connection. It could be, but this feels like there's history here. Could be a married couple I'm speaking to, or just a couple that's been together for a long time. And part of what this connection is friendship too. You all are companions, you are romantic partners, you might be married, but there really is a solid friendship here as well. That's a thing that's coming up. So in terms of this block, this overall energy of what's blocking, there is this vibe of someone not putting in enough work on their end to make this connection move forward. There's another vibe of it being kind of confusing about what the source of the lack of resources, the lack of money is, so that you all could have what you need to move into a nicer home, a nicer place, or to get your family dynamic intact so that you can move forward and move on. Another vibe that has been coming up as I'm looking over these cards and I got these placements out here is Virgo. You are the earth sign here. And so, you know, the Eight of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, that's you, as well as the King of Pentacles, for me as a reader, is you as well, Virgo. And so you're out here quite a bit. Another vibe that's coming up related to that is that you really value having all of your financial affairs in order. That's really important to you. But there's something happening in this connection that is creating a challenge for that to be a goal that's met. So I asked God, angels, spirit guides about what is influencing this block, what is contributing to this block. You showed up here, and the Ace of Wands as well as the Six of Wands to confirm that King of Pentacles energy. There's some type of goal that you want to meet, or in this connection, it could again just be moving in together, having enough money and savings, building a business, going back to school, because this kind of feels like that too. Some type of long-held dream, but it requires some action steps. And you know, you've been wanting to achieve this. It's really important to you to achieve this, Virgo. It could be this other person that you're dealing with, but for some reason, I'm just feeling like this is you. You have some type of dream. And what is making this significant in this relationship is that you have the skill, You probably have gone back and forth with examining your skill. I just heard like nursing, going to school for nursing or some type of helping field, something that you're very passionate about with this fire energy here. And you finally got to a place recently in this connection where you decided that you didn't want to be stuck in this kind of planning, evaluating. You actually want to start going back to school, getting back into the practice, learning about this thing so that you can go forward. Now, for some of you, I am channeling your person through you. But again, I keep saying this, it does feel like it's you, something about you wanting to level up your skill in some way, and it's been a long held dream for you, and you really do believe that this dream that you have is going to change your life in a financial way. It's going to create a sense of fulfillment that you've been wanting for a while. So with these blocks that are here, and the reason why these are blocks is because the focus has shifted in the connection. It feels like there was a time, for those of you who are connected to someone, Virgo, you spent a lot of time investing your time into the connection, maybe going back and forth to work to make sure that this relationship had all of its provisions. And it feels like right now you're trying to tune it in more to your own needs and what you want. You're trying to be the main character of your life, and I always think that's a great idea for whatever that's worth to you. But it just feels like that's happening. And in terms of what that is doing for the relationship, how that's impacting the relationship with the Chariot here and the Nine of Wands, is that it's creating a little bit of stress on the relationship. You all are pushing through, you're getting through this, but the relationship can feel the change. There's a little bit of strain related to this. I asked God, Angel, Spirit Guides for what is the potential with this block, with what's going on. And it feels like Spirit guides want you to know, Virgo, that there is going to have to be a little bit of balance here with this Libra energy, with the Justice here, and then what feels like another Libra card. Now, we know that this is Taurus in the tarot, but you see the scale there. So the Spirit is very clear here that the need is some type of balance, okay? I'm going to get over to your person's cards in a moment, but I do want to say for some of you, and this is very specific, the person that you have been dealing with, you have felt like in some way you've had to carry. You've had to carry and support them and pick up pieces for this person along the way. And that is also what's driving you to want to get in your bag and go back to school or, level up. That's why you're so committed and determined to be successful in this. And it could just be wanting to be successful in making this relationship work. But it's been a little bit challenging because there's something with your partner that has not sabotaged that, but they have their own things that they're working through. And I'll share with you their blocks in just a moment. I want to come over to you first, though. So I got some oracle cards out here to start in terms of understanding what the block is specifically for you. And so the first card that popped out is surrender. And then it says, I can release my need to control. Okay. Now that's really important because one of the tarot cards that popped out is control, right? This is the Emperor, but it popped out in reverse. So I'll get into that in just a moment. Strength and guidance, joy and contentment. It feels like some of what's blocking you in terms of the love is that you're not feeling, I'm not seeing a lot of cards out here that have to do with like love, joy, the Four of Wands, the Sun, the Gemini Lovers card. I'm not seeing that out here. It just feels like all business and focus and trying to push through something. So this joy and contentment feels like if there's some type of breakthrough that you're looking for in your connection or just in your personal life, because I'm speaking to some people here that you are single, you're not dealing with anyone. This is related to allowing your heart to have fun again, to find, and I know it's hard if there's some financial challenges in the way, or you have to be really business minded because of something that you're taking care of, but the Spirit is saying that that's kind of a missing thing. adversity here, and it says, I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. There definitely in this connection has been some adversities. That has been what has been pushing you to say, okay, I want something different and I can have something different. I'm going to go after it. It says, do the work here and take charge and take action. Okay, I feel like the person that you are dealing with has not been able to, or has not been willing to, kick into gear in a way that shows you, Virgo, that in this connection they're willing to hold their weight financially. It seems like you've been trying to pull yourself out of a slumber, right? This is the hangman, it's a reverse. You've been trying to pull yourself out of a slumber so that you can get going again. I just keep getting this vibe that the person that you've been dealing with, you've been feeling like they've been kind of a weight, like you have to in some way support them or protect them, or you can't go too far without them. They have to be there too. I don't know why I'm feeling that. You know if that's for you or not, or switch around the energies if that's something that your person has been making you feel. So you've been wanting to inoculate yourself against any kind of adversity here by trying to work hard and get going. So overall energy in terms of your block related to the tarot is the Fool. So it feels kind of like the desire to be free. Okay, this is interesting because this block related to this particular connection is different from the other signs that I've been doing. It's not so much, it doesn't feel like it's a block for you in love, in your life. It kind of feels like there's a change in the tide about priorities and ambitions. And because of that, it's naturally creating a block for the relationship, because this is, if you're trying to go back to school, you're trying to level up, you're studying something that you've been wanting to do, you are trying to move forward and push something along, this is a great energy to be in, because you are not allowing your mind to block you in by swords and keep you from doing what it is that you want to do. So, but that card is showing up as the block for the relationship. That freedom, that willing to, remove whatever distractions. It's like, I'm going to go after this at all cost, okay? In the past, I showed you this earlier, there was a challenge related to control, but this also feels like there was a challenge related to having structure and having discipline, okay? And another thing that confirmed that is the Seven of Cups, okay? So it feels like in the past there was a challenge with, getting disciplined, a challenge with faith about this, or just in the relationship, a challenge with faith about the relationship, issues believing in the relationship, being really in love too was kind of getting in the way, or halting the potential, or getting in the way of this forward movement in the past. So, this is a lot of love, but this also feels like, Virgo, you realizing that you can have anything that you want. You really can have anything you want, but it's just kind of like, I'm kind of like in a slumber. I'm not able to really believe it, but I can feel that there's something more. I can level up. I can grow into what it is that I've been really wanting to do. Another vibe that's showing up in this reading with you, but really with other person, is that there probably has in the past been some type of significant, like alcohol use, or maybe a certain substance that has been involved in this. And that's a very specific message, not for everyone. And I think that some of that also got in the way of a clear mind, clear action to move out of a sense of lack in the relationship. And I'm also feeling financial challenges in the past as well. So another card that popped out is the Three of Wands. So that is not moving forward. That is standing still, not expanding beyond where you are. And then the King of Pentacles here, you again, to confirm this. And so it just feels like it's more that this relationship in some way has been getting in the way of you, okay? For the singles that I'm speaking to, and there's no one in the picture, how I would interpret this for you is that this has been more about you trusting yourself, choosing what it is that you really want. All of these cups you can have if you want them, but in any given moment, it's only one of these cups that needs your attention. And getting clear about that, needing to have the structure, the discipline, the God-like faith, right? And using your skill, your ability, your tenacity. This is you in the tarot, and moving forward, right? Because it's in reverse. Beneath the deck is you again with the 10 of Pentacles. And so this feels like being able to have what it is that you really, really want. You can have everything. But another potential block too that just popped into my mind that I want to share with you, Virgo, for some of you, the block is about wanting to protect yourself from being broke and not having what you need. And maybe in your past there was some deep adversity, as this card is suggesting, some deep adversity. You're like, I will never let that happen again, until your desire to have the money, right? And I just saw this card beneath the 10 of Pentacles is the Devil. It's almost like, before I let any adversity happen to me in my life again, anything that makes me feel like I don't have enough, I'm going to work and work and work and work until in some way it causes a sense of bondage in your life, or it puts a block in your life from having the love that you want. I know there's a lot of different messages. I'm trying to pick up all of the messages that are coming through. Okay, so I'm going to go over to the person that you're dealing with, Virgo, for those of you who might be dealing with someone. So if you know that you're not dealing with anyone, then I guess I'll see you next time if you don't want to stay on, because this is more about this other person for those who are connected. The cards that popped out for them related to what's blocking them in love is friendship and union, okay? Harmony and resolution. Mother, Father, God. This is a very powerful card. It is a call out to me. When I see this card, it's like a deep surrender. And you also have surrender on your side too. But whoever this person is, ask and receive. It feels like what's happening in their life is a deep sense of lack. I don't know if this person recently lost their job. I don't know if they're dealing with substances, because the devil's out here for them. And I confirm that with the 8 of Swords for this person. I don't know if there's a level of like mental injury, mental challenge, some type of addiction. I was getting gambling earlier. I don't know if there's some type of thing that this person has been battling with that also has been in the past relationship causing challenges in your relationship. But with these the oracle cards that are out here, as well as these 2 cards here, it just really feels like they have had a hard time knowing how to heal from this, how to remove themselves from this debt or bondage or addiction that tends to be a recurring, what feels like nightmare in their life, and it has an impact on their love life as well. More about what this is that came up is the Page of Pentacles as well as the 5 of Pentacles. So there's that lack, the not having enough, feeling rejected. And in this connection, in this relationship, this could be the person too. I know this is another dynamic I'm sharing with you. This could be the person who has been through so much adversity in the past, until they have this thing where they're like, I'm going to work, because this is also beneath their deck. I'm going to work and work and work and work. I refuse to allow myself to be, without anything. And it's really that person too who will not slow down and just allow there to be some quality time spent in this connection. So I could be channeling this person through you and vice versa. So what this person has a challenge with as it relates to these dynamics that I'm picking up is patience, the ability to slow down and to heal and to listen to spirit. It feels like for whatever reason they're not able to slow down and listen to what it is that their spirit is really needing. Okay, a couple more here. The 7 of Pentacles as well as the the Page of Wands, but it's reversed on their end. If you remember back, the the page showed up here too as well. But with this person, whoever you're dealing with, it feels like they are not exactly confident about maybe the relationship moving forward, or something that's been happening with their finances. And so they're just, it seems like this person is in a spiral of feeling a deep sense of not enough, a deep sense of lack, maybe a feeling like they're not able to be a good partner for you. It kind of feels like they're working through something where they feel like the challenges that this relationship has had is because they haven't been able to show up as the provider or as the nurturing parent, whatever role that they play or they're assigned to play in this connection. It feels like they're struggling to reconcile the fact that they feel like they have not been pleasing. They haven't served their role fully. Okay, so that's what's coming up for the person that you are dealing with, my lovely Virgo. I'm going to get some final cards out here because these readings can be challenging and switch around the energies the way that you need to, but there's a lot of information on this table that you had to take in. But I will say that this connection, before I get these cards out here, there's like a bond that I don't see in a lot of connections. It's like really you all are friends. Like if there is a situation where there has been some type of addiction or a gambling issue, a money issue that is repetitive and repulsive with you or this other person, whoever this person is that you're dealing with, you all have a bond where you all have in the past been dedicated to working through it. I mean, you're wounded. It's been a whole lot. I'm sure you have a lot of stories to share, but you all have been doing a wonderful job of just really being a team and trying to work through that. That's what this feels like for sure. But the block, though, for the person that you're dealing with is a need to surrender as well. Surrender maybe into prayer to just slow down and address this habit that is getting in the way of the connection. All right, God, angel, spirit guides, for Virgo, please. Loving, healing words for Virgo. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Okay, that's quite a bit. God, angel, spirit guides. A couple of cards. Let me see. Clear messages that we can understand for Virgo, please. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Clear messages for Virgo that we can understand. Okay. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. All right. The first one out, focus upon divine health. Excuse me. Focus upon divine and perfect health. Okay. Yeah, there's someone working through some things, and it feels like it's mental, for sure. The prayer for this, it says, God and Archangel Michael, thank you for continuously reminding me to focus upon perfect health and for guiding my actions so that they support my well-being. This is the prayer that you can pray to kind of work through this, okay? Have confidence out here. That's the Emperor, turning this Emperor, which is one of the ultimate confidence cards, from being upside down to upright, okay? And it says for the prayer, Archangel Michael, please lend me your courage and fortitude. Help me realize that I am one with all that is divine. Wisdom, strength, love, and creativity, abundance, and health. Allow me to feel confident and peaceful about myself in all ways. There is something about health here, for sure. And I think that's why this bond is so strong. You all really know each other in and out. And so even when it's painful and it kind of feels like things are happening at a detriment, you all are still like, we're going to figure this out. You have a deep understanding related to that. Keep your eyes on your targeted intention. And the prayer for this is, thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping me focus on my inner vision and intention. I ask for your guidance in releasing any fears or doubts, granting me the confidence and courage to take action toward realizing my dream. Remember earlier, it says take action. This was the card that popped out when I was meditating on the energy before on camera. And here you are with another card. I want to remind you, do the work. You know what you have to do. It might be scary and frightening, but you have the potential to create any kind of plan to have everything that you want and need. It's going to be challenging at first, especially if there's a goal or new lifestyle that you have to live. but it's possible. And Spirit wants you to know that it's possible, to re-encourage your spirit. Virgo, I love you. That is what I have for you. Hopefully I get to see you next week. Take care. Bye.